There was a time when an author wrote a book, and then, having done so, went for a walk, or died. Visibility was left to publishers, critics, or fate. Today, however, the author must not only write the book, but also ensure it is discoverable, a word that sounds innocent enough until one realizes it means spending one's life shouting politely into the internet. Times have changed. Today's author does not simply write. Today's author optimizes. The author awakens early, full of resolve to finally tackle Chapter 3. The tea is poured, the document is opened, and then, yes, before any writing can happen, the author must quickly check their dashboard. Not for pleasure, of course, for strategy. One cannot write without first understanding one's reach, how yesterday's words performed across 7 platforms, 3 newsletters, 2 social networks, and a website that insists on calling visitors users, which feels unnecessarily judgmental. The platforms show that the post announcing the book did fine, but would have done better had it included a question, a poll, a video, 3 emojis, and a heartfelt confession about imposter syndrome. The author makes a note to include more trauma next time. Next comes posting. This must be done consistently, but without seeming to try. The author drafts a message about the book, deletes it for sounding like an advert, rewrites it to sound casual, deletes that for sounding desperate, and finally produces a version so understated it seems to be apologizing for existing at all. This feels correct. After 40 minutes, the author has produced 2 sentences and deleted them both for sounding too salesy, which is the gravest sin an author can commit, just below posting at the wrong time of day. The author drafts a post, quite pleased to announce my book is out. This is deemed insufficiently energetic. They try again. Thrilled to share my book with you all. This feels dishonest, like claiming to enjoy team-building exercises. They settle on, book is out if anyone's interested. This feels spiritually correct. Meanwhile, the manuscript languishes. At this point, the author considers writing. Unfortunately, the platforms have updated overnight, introducing a new feature. Ignoring it would be unprofessional. The author spends half an hour learning how to use it, only to discover it is currently in beta and not available in their region. Lunch is a sandwich eaten while scrolling through other authors' feeds. These authors appear to be writing novels at dawn, producing content at midday, teaching courses in the afternoon, and staying cheerful throughout. Our author feels this is somehow unfair, but cannot say why. The afternoon is devoted to optimization. Every platform offers tools. Tools for adverts, tools for keywords, tools for tracking clicks, and tools for tracking the tools. The author watches a tutorial promising to 10-fold your book sales in 30 days, which is encouraging, except that it is 90 minutes long and ends with a suggestion to buy a course. Keywords must be researched. Categories must be selected. Metadata must be refined. The author briefly wonders whether Dickens worried about metadata, then decides this is unhelpful and possibly treasonous. By late afternoon, the author has learned that success requires consistency, urgency, scarcity, confidence, vulnerability, authority, relatability, and at least one free downloadable resource. The author has none of these and suspects they never will. At last, it is time to write. But first, the author remembers they really should update their author bio, as the platform has introduced a new bio field. This one allows 5 more characters, which could be transformative. While there, the author notices the profile photo feels slightly outdated. Has their face changed? Probably. Best to research personal branding for writers, which leads to an article titled Why Your Hat Choice is Costing You Readers, followed by How Le Carré Would Have Crushed TikTok. Finally, Evening arrives. It comes early here in the north, where darkness lingers all day. The author turns back to the manuscript, finding chapter 3 patiently waiting, untouched yet hopeful after weeks. They reread the last paragraph, type a sentence, delete it, then glance at notifications just for a second. Someone liked a post, someone else didn't. The algorithm stays silent, mysterious and enigmatic. The author reflects that they have spent the entire day energetically not writing, yet feels strangely as though they have been at work. They have shown up. They have provided value. They have nurtured something, though what exactly remains unclear. Before bed, the author resolves that tomorrow will be different. They unsubscribe from 3 newsletters and immediately subscribe to 2 more just in case. Tomorrow they will ignore the platforms. Tomorrow they will simply write. Tomorrow they will focus. They will write first and mark it later. They will reclaim the noble, timeless act of putting words on the page. They set an alarm. They turn out the light, wondering faintly whether tomorrow's post should go up at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m., then fall asleep, comforted by the knowledge that although the book is not progressing, their online presence remains modestly adequate, and that they at least remain deeply, impeccably, and unshakably British. They dream not of characters or stories, but of engagement metrics and metadata. Meanwhile, Chapter 3 sighs and waits,